Okay, weighted mean backwards. You ready? Most of the time there's a table, so we're going to make a table real quick. Addie wrote 3 math tests, each worth 20%. He got marks of 75, 80, 86. What mark must he get on the final exam worth 40% if he wants a final grade of 86%? So we'll do this. Score, weight, we got a score of 75% on the first test. Okay, we got a score of 80 on the second test, and we got a score of 86% on the third test. What are each of these worth? Like, what is their weight? We're going to make it very simple. It's 20% for each one of them. And what else do we know? There's an exam at the end, right? And that exam is worth 40%. And the question is, some of you are going to ask yourselves that question when it's just before the exam. You're going to ask yourself, okay, perhaps what do I need to get on that exam? What do I need to get on that exam to get an average? What do you want? You want your average in this case to be 86%. That's what we're aiming for. So we're going to figure that out. What is the acronym when you're thinking weighted mean? You're going to get MAD. Okay, you're going to get MAD. So let's do the same thing that we did before. You multiply, you multiply, you multiply, you multiply. Okay? So 75 times 20, that's 1,500. Plus 80 times 20, 1,600. 86 times 20, 1,720. And what are we going to do here? What's 40 times question mark? 40 question marks? Yeah, we're going to put an X here right now, okay? X, like that exam, is that. So we do this, 40X. X is going to be what we're going to solve for. So here's your average. Are you okay there, Will? Okay. Okay. So watch this. We're going to figure out what this is, but I can't add everything up. I can't add these numbers. We're on page 42 to 40x. I can't do that. So please don't. Some students, what they do is they're just going to add everything, including the 40, but the 40 is glued to x. Like we would have to first multiply before we add. So instead, we're going to add everything else. That's 4820 plus 40x page 42, guys. What are we going to divide this by? Do you remember what we check for when it's percentage? We divide, we see if one of them is 100, right? Can you tell that this is going to be 100? If there's percentage and it does add up to 100, you guaranteed are going to divide your final answer by 100. 1 year, there was 1 year where there were percentages, but it did not add up to 100. Then you need to do the unit analysis, like what is it that they want? Which one do we keep? right? And then you divide by that. And so that's, what do we do now? Do we know this number here? This is something that we actually do know. We would like this to be 86. So you substitute that in. 86 is equal to 4820 plus 40x over 100. And now you just manipulate that formula, that equation, until you have x all on its own. And my suggestion is whenever you have a denominator on either side, I would like to aim to get rid of that right away. So what you do is on this side, you multiply this by 100, and you'll do the same thing to the other side. Cancels out the 100, perfect. 86 times 100 is just 8600. And you're left with 4820 plus 40x. So when there's a bunch of stuff around x, first get rid of the denominator, then get rid of the number that's adding to it, like this one right here. I'm going to go minus 4820 minus 4820 to cancel that out. Some of you are going to need this skill for entrance exams. Like they want to know, do you know algebra, right? Do you know how to manipulate formulas? Okay? And then what do we do next? 40 is multiplying x. You want to do the opposite? Cancel out. You go 3780 divided by 40. Yeah. No problem.
Just looking for Wall and
Not here today.
Breck.
You want to come to the front row?
Grab you for a sec, please? Thank you so much. Sorry to
Yeah, no problem, no problem. It's got to be done. So we need 94.5%. Is that possible to get the 86? You need to score 94. It is still possible. If this answer is over 100%, it means you cannot achieve that 86% goal. Okay, so remember that. I want you to try page 43 right after this, before we move on. Okay. I'll give you the answer as well. The answer is 44, but you need to actually be able to come up with that on your own. Okay, so 44% is the answer, which means you can fail and still get your desired goal.